Hello, I'm Tim Beggins, president of Elk Trading Company. In today's top news for natural gas, number one, Venture Global has filed for an IPO. Number two, France has added the first new nuclear reactor to its grid in 25 years. Number three, India has seen record renewable installations in 2024. And number four, rest of the world, Argentina vows to install nuclear power to power AI and data centers. Let's take a look at the spot continuation chart for natural gas. Natural gas prices gapped higher this morning to 394.40 as a high, but have now dropped down below the critical 360 support level and now trading at 359.70, down 15.1 cents on the day. Let's take a look at the January spot chart. As you can see, prices are down to 359 and a half now and continuing lower, down 4% on the day. The RSI has not crossed over to the downside, but we're looking at support here coming in at 359.20 on the first pivot, below that 343.60. Moving forward, we've got the February chart. This is because February will become the new spot contract next Monday. As you can see, prices are also down 11.4 cents or 3.31%, down to 329.90. Let's take a look at the weather because that's the most critical factor here. Looking at the globe, much below normal temperatures continue to pool in eastern Russia and Siberia, across the Arctic, into Alaska, and all the way through to Greenland. This weather is critical as the forecasts continue to show that it is pooling and trying to make it into the lower United States. As of last night, temperatures were supposed to drop into Arctic levels on the 5th of January, but that has pulled back, which is why natural gas prices are retreating today. As you can see from the chart, that much below normal temperatures continue to pool in Canada and are looking for that mechanism to go lower. What's noticeable about this chart is that the eastern half of Hudson Bay continues to be warmer than the western half. The same thing we can see here on the chart, which is that the cooler temperatures continue to stay above the Great Lakes at this time, as almost if there was a barrier. And why is that? When we look at the Arctic sea ice, we can see that ice is now formed across the western half of the Hudson Bay, allowing that colder air, that Arctic air, to just skate right across that side of the Hudson Bay, but the Great Lakes continue to stay above normal. Looking at this morning's temperatures, most Americans woke up to pretty cool temperatures this morning, especially in New England, where negative temperatures were recorded in Pennsylvania and New York State. Let's take a look at Europe. Europe continues to remain fairly normal with cooler temperatures around the Alps, Scandinavia, Turkey, and parts of Eastern Europe. This continues through the end of the month with some cold shots around the 29th or Sunday, all the way through into about the 1st. Then cooler air continues to pool back into Russia. Then we get potentially another shot around that first full week of January, similar to the United States. Let's take a look at Asia. Asia continues to be fairly the same. It continues to be cool around Beijing, the capital city of China, in parts of Japan, and of course the Koreas. This cold Siberian air is pooling to the north. We'll look to keep a careful eye on this as we move forward. But for now, eastern China continues to remain normal to actually above normal in the southern part near Hainan Island. Let's take a look at why we have a short week this week with holidays. Looking at the energy markets, the energy markets are open today, but close early tomorrow and are completely closed for Christmas on Wednesday. Things open up again on Thursday. And of course, we then have the January contract expiring on Friday. Why is this important? Well, we have a lot of uncertainty with weather, And you can see that the open interest for the expiring January contract on the CME is down to just 37,296 contracts coming into today's session, which means that with the weather and low open interest, we're going to see a lot of volatility in the next few days. Let's again take a look back at the January contract. Things continue to stay below that critical 360 level, which would acted as resistance on the way up. Now will remain as support, and that support now is broken, trading 358.5. Let us know your thoughts below and hit that like and subscribe button. Thanks for listening. We'll see you soon.